Your thoughts of getting ready for, obviously, Kitsap?
Obviously it's an Open Cup game. We have to be prepared to play well. It's a game where you've got to bring your full energy. The moment you go into a game, if you relax, it becomes a really, really hard game. They're a team that's earned their right to be in this round. They went down to Sacramento, played a difficult opponent, and won. And, we have to be ready for them because they're a good team.
Dangerous to play a squad like them? You got nothing to lose, and they're just going to take it to you?
Always dangerous, because obviously some of their players, are thinking, here's my chance to shine and show that maybe I deserve to be someplace else in playing. But also dangerous because they're a team, right now that, like you said, has nothing to lose, and a team that can lay it all on the table. In that game, this is a big game for them, the opportunity to play against us, but also the opportunity to advance further. And there's, prize money in the Open Cup for which team advances the furthest out of certain divisions, and they have I don't know if they've already won the prize money for PDL teams, but obviously they have a shot at that.
Will Schmetz be coaching tomorrow night, or are you allowed
because
to?
I'm banned. I'm persona non grata according to the Open Cup, so I gotta sit someplace else.
Will you be allowed to be at the stadium and watch from there, or?
Yeah, they're going to allow me to be at the stadium as long as I'm using binoculars and in a tree. No, it's like, I'll be at the stadium, so I just can't be in the locker room before the game. I can't be in the locker room at halftime, things like that. So, I can talk to my team today, but, Brian will be coaching the team, and that's no issue. I feel completely comfortable in that, and Brian's more than ready to do that.
Is it exciting knowing that you're going to really be able to test the team's depth this week with the Open Cup match and then the cross-country travel for this weekend's match coming up?
Well, it should be exciting for the players. I think every time as a player you get an opportunity to play on the field, you got to be excited about that, and you want to use that opportunity. So I'm excited for the players because they're going to get an opportunity. Different guys are going to get an opportunity to play, in these next two games. And, now it's a matter of, hey, grab a hold of that opportunity and use it.
How key was it getting a win to kind of close out the last chunk of MLS play before this break, kind of moving forward to kind of have that guys have that under their belt?
Well, it was important because we won on the road, which was important, and also, when you got time off, that, the last thing you think about is the last game you played. So having a good positive result and a good team effort in that last game, left everybody feeling a little bit better and makes it a little bit easier to come back and start training again as we prepare for basically the second half of the season.
Saw you out at Argentina training the last couple of days. What did you make of that whole scene with Messi and your academy kids getting the experience to train?
I mean, it was great for our academy kids. They asked for some extra players, so they could do certain things tactically, and it's obviously a fantastic experience for those kids to get that close, or to be the guy on the outside and play the ball to Messi and so forth. I mean, those are not opportunities that come along every day. So it was great for them, and it's fantastic that that they're here, for the soccer fans in the area to watch and observe. And for me as a coach, I've always been that way since I was young. As when teams came into town, it was always, hey, let me go out there and watch trainings, let me observe trainings. I mean, there's always something that you learn. I was on my break and I went to Norway. A friend of mine, he took me through the locker room of their local professional club team, which plays in the first division in Norway. And you're thinking like, what am I going to get from here? And they had something in their locker room that I found really interesting and unique, and I'm like going, hey, this is something that maybe you can use. So I think every time you watch, you see something, you observe something, every time you learn something.
What was it?
I can't tell. Can't tell you. I'd have to shoot you then, and we want to go down. A bad analogy, by the way, but no, it's something for myself because I'm not 100% sure yet we're going to use it, but I like the idea.
USA, big quarterfinal matchup against Ecuador on Thursday. Watching these games, what have you seen from this team? How would you characterize Team USA?
Well, I think the game against Paraguay was a tremendous effort from the team from a standpoint of their mentality. It's probably as good a mentality game as I've seen. I think Jurgen would probably agree with that. Going a man down, having the goal, having the lead, going a man down, playing against a team that was desperate. that needed to win to advance, and being able to battle through that. Certain guys stood up. I mean, Brooks is still a very young defender. He was certainly a massive pillar in the back for them. And, I thought the other guys came in and did their job and battled. And when you win games like that, that really helps your team spirit and your team camaraderie.
How special is it for Seattle that they get to host this quarterfinal match, and what are you expecting from the fans? You know them well.
Well, no, I mean, it's great. We need obviously we need our fans to come out and support that. I know it's maybe a little difficult, with the amount of games that we have and everything else. You only have so many entertainment dollars in your pocket, but and we want you to spend it on the Sounders too. But I think it's a great opportunity. You don't always see the national team in your backyard, and I think it's important to support our team. They're one game away from the semifinals, and anything can happen, in one-off games. And if you get to the semifinals, that means you're one game away from the final. So if we can help them get to the semifinal, that would be fantastic.